Happy Easter Sunday, everyone. It's Chi back again, taking you through today's workout. Hope you've managed to get yourself some Easter eggs, which if you're like me, you're about to binge eat afterwards. So we're going to earn that now by going through our workout. We're going to go through nice long warm up, just get the shoulders nice and warm, and also core engaged, ready for our strength piece, which today is focusing on the Z press and the Sots press. You're just going to need two pretty light weights, to be honest, for that. It is going to be light, but don't worry, your shoulders are going to get a nice burn, and it's also something that's great for encouraging good midline stability and also working on your squat mobility at the same time. And then once we're done with that, we're going to get on to our WOD, which is 12-minute AMRAP of 2 box handstand walkarounds and 12 single arm devil press. We'll be showing each of those movements later on and giving you some variations depending on what you've got at your disposal. So for the warm up, we're going to start with 10 Russian baby makers. So you're going to grab your toes, really try and stretch out your hamstrings, sit down into a deep squat, lift your chest up, and then go back up again. That's one Russian baby maker. You're going to do 10 of those. Then we're going to move on next to walkouts into toe taps. So reach down to your toes, your hamstrings, slowly walk your hands out as far as they can go without you collapsing over. And then when you're down here, you're just going to tap each toe and then walk up again. So you can do 10 of those. And then we're also going to do 6 alternating quadruped raises. 16, sorry. So be in the quadruped position, so on your hands and knees, you're just going to engage your core, reach up, alternating hand. So opposite hand and leg going up at the same time, and it's going to be 16, one arm, then the next arm, that's 2 reps. Keep going through it. So that's the first part. You're going to do 2 rounds of that. On to part 2 of the warm up. So it's going to be the 135-degree external rotation. So you're going to do that lying on the floor. Your elbows are going to be out and your fists are going to be coming in. So it's about 135 degrees round, and you're just going to raise your fists and you squeeze the middle of your back up. So that's 1 rep. That's 2 reps. You're going to do 10 of those. And then we're going to move on to the YTWs. So you can just do that unweighted if this is particularly difficult for you, or you can use 2 cans or 2 small weights. So we're going to bend over, keeping our back nice and flat. Look up as you're doing this. So this is the Y, so that's 1 rep. That's the T, that's another rep. And this is the W. So you're going to have your hands out at W, you're going to reach forward, come back. So you can do 10 Ys, 10 Ts, and then 10 Ws. And then the final bit of part B of the warm up is going to be a roll out into a single arm raise. And you can do that as I've done it here with a big bottle of water, or use a foam roller if you've got one. So you're going to be on your knees. Your forearms are going to be on the bottle. I'm going to roll it out, raise 1 arm, come back, that's 1 rep. Roll out, raise the other arm, that's 2 reps. Really make sure that when you're raising it up, you're holding it for a second. Really try and squeeze the middle of your traps, your trapezius together. And that's the warm up done. Now your shoulders are nice and warmed up and you've got your midline engaged. So we're going to move on to the strength piece. We're going to do 2 movements. We're going to do the Z press first. I'll show you that. You're going to do 2 reps of 20 on the Z press, and then you're going to do a 45-second AMRAP. And on the Sots press, we're going to do two sets of 15 reps. And then after that, you'll have a little rest, and then you'll also again do a 45-second AMRAP of that. So on the L sit, on the Z press, I'm just going to use 2 water bottles. You can use 2 cans. Should be fairly lightweight. You're going to sit, legs fully extended. Try if you can to keep them fully extended. If you do need to have a little bend in your knees, maybe try and stick a book under your bottom and raise yourself up, so it'll make it slightly easier. Really try and make sure that your core's tucked in really tight, really bolt upright, not just hunching over. This will make it harder. And with those weights just on the side, so on your shoulder, all the way up. That's 1 rep. That's 2 reps. Really make sure at the bottom of each rep you're tucking in your core, really fighting to stay upright, really feeling like your hamstrings are stretching out to you. So that's the Z press. And then the Sots press is going to be, Sots press is any press that you do at the bottom of the squat. So getting to the bottom of the squat, try and maintain your heels on the floor, push your knees out, torso up nice and straight, maintain that extension to your back, press all the way up, really fight to keep it back, don't let it just come forward, really try and get those bottles A, as straight up as possible, and B, as close together. So if you're coming out, you don't want to be doing that, you want to be pressing straight up and back, and that's the Sots press. So now we're on to the workout, which is a 12-minute AMRAP of 2 box walkarounds and 12 devil press, single arm devil press. If you've got a stool, make sure it's a nice sturdy one. If you don't, then you can use your couch or a chair. We're aiming for 2 times 360 degrees. So in this case, I'm just going to use a bench. I'm going to go 120 degrees one way, and I'm going to do that 3 times per each round. So on that box walk around, I'm going to get your toes on the box. Try and get your hips nice and high, torso as vertical as possible, really stack the weight through your shoulders, and then just nice and slowly and controlled walk your way around. That's 3 legs of that, so that's about 120 degrees each, so that would count for 1 rotation for me, so I'll do 2 of those per round. And then I'm going to move on to the devil press, which is going to be a burpee into ideally dumbbell ground to overhead, ideally as a snatch, but as a clean and jerk if you want. So burpee, and up. Or you can go clean and jerk if you need to, if it's particularly heavy. And then also the other variation that I wanted to show you was with a kettlebell. So you can either snatch it or American kettlebell swing it, and that can be American or Russian. Good luck with that. If you're not doing the Zoom class and you want to do this workout with someone, then have a look at the Facebook group. Zoe and I will do this workout. You can see what our score is, and you can do it next to us if you like. Otherwise, enjoy that and have a good Easter Sunday.